All right, guys, you know the drill. We're going to do a mic check here. Can you guys hear me on TikTok, and can you hear me on YouTube? That's the biggest question. Awesome, we're good on TikTok. We're going to wait a second for YouTube. Takes just a second or two, to a little bit longer because of the delay. Yay, awesome. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you guys. All right, Justin, Brian, Zoe, Art, Justin. Good up to see you guys over on the YouTube channel. We got everybody else here on TikTok. Guys, I missed all the fun. We had like multiple confirmed tornadoes while I was trying to quote unquote attempt to grocery shop / get food for lunch. I wasn't expecting this stuff to start until like 2 or 3 o'clock. It's just now 2 o'clock. So, that's a meso-map problem. Sorry to everybody that was seeing tornadoes over the last span of an hour. But we are here. That's what matters. We don't have any tornado warnings now that I'm on here, which sounds about right. We typically, they go away the second that I get on here. We do have some severe thunderstorm warnings. Tornado threat will be continuing to move across the state here. The good news with today's setup, if you guys watched my video that I posted about 3 or 4 hours ago, it's a very quick moving system, so it's not going to last that long. This tornado watch that's out for Wisconsin and Illinois is out till 6 p.m. Central Time. It's not going to be that long of a window. These storms will probably be in Michigan before dinner, before we get closer to 5 and 6 o'clock tonight. So I will let you guys know as well. I do have to get off stream by 7 p.m. I have a very important meeting tonight. I am talking with somebody on working on getting some graphics upgraded with the streams and stuff like that. So I will have to get off here around 7 p.m. Central Time, but you guys do have me for the next 5 hours. But the good news also is most of this will be over with by then. And another thing too, when I get done with the meeting and everything, I'll hop back on here tonight, and we got to talk about the tropics and get all that information out to you guys too. So just a lot going on once again with the weather. The good news is excuse me, the tropics down right now. The Invest 93L that is still trying to develop it's not developing. It sucks, honestly. There's not much going on with that system. The low is really dissipated. We may not get any type of tropical system other than some heavy rainfall, maybe some isolated tornadoes, and then a little bit of wind down in the southeast. So if we can keep that from going crazy down there, that would be a good thing. We'll start to take a look at all that and what that's going to be doing here as we get closer to this afternoon and this evening. But I want to cover this severe weather here. We've got no warnings in Wisconsin now. We had a lot of confirmed tornadoes. We even had a couple PDS tornadoes. One west of Madison. We had one over here in where was that at? We had one over in Spring Green. There were multiple warnings over the last hour that were in this area here. So if you are in Minnesota and Wisconsin, I'll briefly hop over here for just a second so you guys can see our risk zones for today. And we do have a double barrel slight risk for today. I do actually need to get a couple more things set up here, so give me just a second. I thought I had my other stuff pulled up here, and I do not. So bear with me for just a moment. This is what happens when you get on stream last minute and you're not quite prepared. But it's okay, because we're here. That's what matters at the end of the day. Bear with me here, guys. Bear with me. I thought I had all of my stuff set up, and I did not once again today. The storms coming towards Chicago are severe. Yes. The good thing is right now, just damaging winds, which is not good, but you guys know the drill here. Or we'll talk about all that here. All right, now that we have everything semi set up, maybe. All right, now that we have everything set up, we are good to go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Here's our risk zone for today. Double barrel slight risk at play for this afternoon here. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, this is a pretty brief window for storms today. The storms that are back over here into the plains will be getting going later on this evening. This is really about a now till about 7 p.m., maybe 8 o'clock risk zone, I would say. Like I said, it's really not that big of a or long of a risk zone today. We'll be seeing most of these storms fall apart as they get into Michigan. A little bit of intensity potentially between the lake here. We'll see what happens. But the biggest risk zone for today is going to be that tornado risk. So we do have a 5% tornado risk, and it has verified already within the last 2 hours here. We had multiple confirmed tornadoes on the ground in western Wisconsin early within the last hour here. So that 5% is out. Milwaukee, Green Bay, you were in that. Chicago, you were in a 2% tornado risk. So just because it's a little bit lower doesn't mean you can't see tornadoes. We talk about that a lot. Yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of the 2024 derecho that moved through Chicago, produced 5 tornadoes last year during that derecho that came through. So you guys can see tornadoes. It can happen. more times not, but you can see tornadoes. We've also got a small tornado risk back over here into portions of the Rockies today. We've got Wyoming, we've got Colorado, and then that'll be existing later on this afternoon. This is our first event to go today. On top of the tornado risk, we do have a damaging wind threat. Both highlighted areas, both the yellow and the maroon there, are winds up to 70 miles per hour, just a 15 or a 5% chance. And we've also got hail today as well. Hail is a little bit lower into Wisconsin and Illinois, the higher threat over into portions of the Colorado area and into Wyoming. So really not looking at other thing super crazy other than the fact that we've got a couple warnings here. So we do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings here moving their way closer to Chicago. The good news is, like I said, damaging winds are the main threat as of right now. There still is a local tornado threat. I've not seen any of these storms produce tornado warnings in Illinois yet. They have mostly been in Wisconsin. So we'll be keeping update on that here. We take a look in Wisconsin and see what we're looking at now. I think, like I said, it's crazy that I get on stream and all of a sudden all the warnings are gone. So sounds about right. What I am noticing, though, is our surface low is back up here into the western side of Wisconsin, picking up here to the northeast. So we could see some intensification of this band of supercells / storms here. There's a couple individual storms, one near Beaver Dam I'm watching, one to the east of Madison I'm watching, one near Janesville again. Most of this convection that's initiating back here on the backside of our line of storms, I guess what you want to call it, could produce a couple brief isolated tornadoes as well, but this thing is moving very quickly. I just don't think it's going to have a lot of time to intensify over the next span of a 2-hour period. So we'll see what happens. We'll be here to cover it. I do think so too, Brian. I think NHC did do a great job with that. There's just a lot of uncertainty, and
a new tornado warning has been issued.
As I was just mentioning, this is the storm I was just circling. Would you look at that, guys? Crazy. We have a brand new tornado warning here for Deerfield, Oakland, and Lake Mills, Wisconsin. And this is, like I said, the one that I was just talking about here a second ago. A little bit of rotation here just north of Utica. If you are in Lake Ripley, Oakland, Deerfield, Wisconsin, Old Deerfield, or Lake Mills, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. This is a radar-indicated tornado warning. This is going to be for Dane County and Jefferson County here. So this is not physically on the ground, but it could be here soon. So be in your safe place, bathroom, closet, wherever you go when you get a tornado warning. Do not evacuate. That's probably the most dumbest thing to do. Do not do that. So anyways, yeah, I'm not muted, guys. I'm not muted. You guys can hear me. But yeah, please be seeking shelter. Do not run away from tornadoes. That is the most not smartest thing you can do. That's how you get yourself killed. Don't do that. But yes, Dane and Jefferson County here in this tornado warning. Please be seeking shelter, guys. If you were in this warning, a little bit of rotation, inflow dominant more than outflow dominant here. Just taking a look at this. Not seeing a tornado confirmed, which is good, but still be in your safe place. Pull this back up so you guys can see a little bit better here. So this will be heading towards the Watertown area, eventually up here towards like West Bend. It's on a northeasterly to easterly track. We've also got another storm up here near Fall River that's also attempted a couple times to produce tornado. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, this is our only concern right now that I can see. I'm going to see if I can get a visual on this as well. See if we can get a cam on this. Is lacrosse good for the rest of the day? I think your threat's going to be diminishing pretty significantly. SPC is going to update again in about 50 minutes. So once that update comes out, I think the risks in will drop pretty significantly because a lot of these storms have already pushed through. So that is good. We'll take that. Excuse me. Let me see if I can get a cam on this. All right, I got a couple that we can look at here. Not seeing anything other than some rain right now, so. We are in Wisconsin, guys. We are looking at Wisconsin currently. Yeah, it is moving. That's when we were looking at these storms firing off around 11 o'clock this morning. I was like, wait a second. There's no way that the HER model has this, going at 2 or 3. It ends up initiating like 11:30 noonish today. So definitely a lot faster than anticipated. That typically can happen when you get a surface low that gets cranking pretty quick too. So, all right, let me go back here. So, once again, tornado warning here, Utica, Deerfield, Lake Ripley, Oakland. Be in your safe place, guys. This is not observed. This is radar indicated, but it can change. Also, guys, thank you for the follows. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the taps. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, the Dodgeville tornado was huge. It looked like a wedge. It was definitely a big one. It definitely was. So once again, if you are really more towards the Deerfield area here, headed towards Lake Mills, this is where this is going to be coming in at. And I actually have a camera cam that is in Lake Mills, so we'll potentially be able to see this thing. We'll just see it from the roadway here if it gets going. Get back to that rotation here. So this is where we're watching. This is where the rotation is at, just south of Deerfield, headed east-northeast. So once again, guys, this is in Wisconsin. I can't say if a certain area is going to get tornadoes. If you're in a risk zone in Wisconsin, you've got a chance for tornadoes. I can't be spot on if you're going to get one or not. There's always a chance. Taking a look at correlation. I'm not seeing anything that's making it look like it's on the ground. So once again, we have Jefferson County and Dane County in this tornado warning. This is our only tornado warning we have right now. I appreciate you, Val. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, Kayla? Yeah, Dane County is in this radar indicated tornado warning. So if you are in this area, please make sure you're in your safe place. We're continuing to get updates on this here. It's a pretty little storm. It's just not got a lot of... The rotations there. It's just not super impressive. What's up, Sierra? What's up, Carter? Good to see you guys coming in. We'll do a whole breakdown of what's going to happen this coming week here. Talk about next week. We'll do all that here in a little bit when things kind of quiet down. So I'll be on here till about 6 to 7 p.m. Central Time with you guys. And then I got to get off. I got a meeting, an important meeting. We're going to get some graphic updates with the streams I'm excited for. All right, so once again, where you got your green and your red mixed in here, this is where you typically have that rotation at. Very broad area. It's not really consolidated here, like I said. But yeah, moving towards London / east side of Deerfield is what we're watching. Yes, light green is level 1 risk. Yellow is level 2 risk. So... Thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all are awesome as always. So guys, I know you guys got a lot of questions in here. I got the weather team in here answering questions. So make sure you guys are paying attention in chat. When we've got active warnings, we cover warnings first. I'll answer questions after. Moving very slow. So this is going right towards Interstate 94. So if we kind of watch a northeast track here with this, looks like it's going to Watertown is where we're going to be watching this go to. So if you were in Watertown, I'd be starting to kind of get my P's and Q's together here, be ready to go. Yeah, most of these storms will be crossing into Michigan and Indiana literally within the next 2 hours. So it's a very, very fast-moving storm system today. Very fast. Yeah, Brian, I'll have to check it out when I get off stream, but that's fine now. I'm interested. This storm is looking less and less organized, so that is good news. We are continuing to watch this tornado warning storm track northeast. Not really seeing that pronounced took anymore. So maybe potentially, you know, kind of going through a recycle here. We'll see. I really wasn't impressed with this to start with, but you can once again still see some pretty decent rotation here. Not anything super impressive, but just enough to keep that tornado warning out there. Starting to watch some other areas potentially as well. Yes, it's a very fast-moving system today. The storm started firing off 2 hours before they were supposed to, so that didn't really help at all either. But yeah, it'll be moving out of here pretty quickly. The low's already mostly through western Wisconsin already. Yep, tornado sirens are going to sound when you get a tornado warning, and sometimes severe thunderstorm warnings. I'm wondering if they're going to drop this warning here pretty soon. So, still, if you're in Lake Mills, be in your safe place, guys. Still got some little bit of decent curvature here with this, too. Yeah, this should be the only, really the only line of storms. I mean, you've got some cells behind this here, but your low pressure is all the way up here. So once we get through this main caveat here of supercells, should be pretty much over with. I think most of the risk zones that are back down here in like western Wisconsin, eastern Iowa are going to drop down once the next update comes out, because like I said, we're a little bit ahead of schedule here. We do have a line of storms with damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour headed towards Chicago. So if you're in Chicago, be mindful here. These are on your doorstep. None of these have been tornado warned. We got a cold front that is extending down here all the way through most of Illinois and Indiana. So we'll be watching this as this line of storms continues to kind of work its way east here. Can't rule out an isolated tornado, but better shot of tornadoes is up here north. Yeah, thunder is very normal inside storms, guys. If you don't think thunder's normal, then I don't know what else to tell you. It's very normal. We'll see a brief period of time, too, once these storms do get to the lake here. They'll cross over. It'll take some time, so we'll kind of have a little bit of a break period, and then we'll have to see what happens once these storms get into Michigan. Ohio, Indiana, so we do have a marginal risk for severe weather as well, guys. It does cover most of the Ohio River Valley today. This is for wind and for hail. We're not really expecting any tornadoes today in these areas. You never can rule it out, but the risk zones call for up to 60-mile-per-hour winds, scattered to isolated, or isolated to scattered thunderstorms this afternoon, producing marginal severe weather. It's not anything super chaotic or crazy. You can go about your day, just have warnings on your phones. Just know where to go when you get a warning. This should be the only, most people should only see one line of storms. I wouldn't even say it's a line of storms, but broken line, whatever you want to call it. So we'll talk about the tropics, talk about what's going on down in the southeast here in just a little bit. I got a lot of information on that. It doesn't look like it's going to organize as of right now, which is good. We might keep this thing at just an invest, not get a tropical depression or get a storm. But regardless of it, we're gonna get a lot of rainfall, especially in Louisiana. If you're in southern Louisiana, brace for about a foot of rainfall going through the weekend here. It's gonna be a long weekend of the weekend for you guys down there. So storm still has some rotation on it, not as impressive as it was a little bit ago. So they'll, like I said, drop this warning here pretty soon, I think. Can I cover Illinois? There's nothing happening in Illinois other than the 2 severe thunderstorm warnings for 60-mile-per-hour winds. You got general thunderstorms outside of that. So once again, if you're in DeKalb down here towards Ottawa, 60-mile-per-hour winds for you guys here, and that was warnings. Those will be headed towards Aurora, Gillette, and Chicago. Just be mindful. Straight line winds is going to be your primary threat. Can't rule out an isolated tornado, but as of right now, nothing has happened down there with that. Yeah, so a lot of times too, and I'm glad, Maria, I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of times when you get a surface low that is moving through an area, when you get these little cells that pop up on the back side of your technical cold front, I guess is what you want to call it, there is still some low-level spin, and you can get what's called cold air funnels. They'll do special weather statements like you had for it a lot. We get them a lot here in Kentucky. But what that means is you'll see funnel clouds, but they don't actually, it's going to sound complex and it's going to sound a little weird, but you'll get cold air funnels. It's basically cold pooled air aloft in the atmosphere without thunderstorms really initially. Sometimes you can just get them you can just see them happen. Basically it's a funnel cloud, but it doesn't actually touch down as a tornado. It just stays aloft in the air and it looks like it's a tornado, but it's not. And a lot of people think it is, but it never is. So that's what those special weather statements are for any of those cells behind words that can do that. Yes, Janesville is good right now. You guys just had storms move through. I don't think you're going to see much more. You might get a little thunderstorm behind you, but the worst of it's to the north of you guys. Is Missouri going to get any severe weather today? Very, very low in threat in Missouri. We do have a level 1 risk out of 5 here for wind and hail later on tonight. This is going to be an after midnight event. Most of the storms that do come through Kansas and Missouri tonight will be a after midnight event, and it'll be wind and hail, if anything. So Michigan, this will be coming your way here pretty soon. I'm going to stick back on this warning here for just a second because we may start to see this re-go again, re-get itself together. Starting to see a little bit more of a hook echo notch developing on this storm here. So once again, Lake Mills headed up towards Watertown here. Be in your safe place, please. Green dot is the radar site. Like I said, most people, guys, today, like I said, Wisconsin, Michigan, the Ohio River Valley, most of you guys are going to see the threat for general thunderstorms plus a little bit of wind, some hail. There is the threat for an isolated couple of tornadoes today. Most of our tornado warnings have been in Wisconsin. Once these storms cross over the lake here and they get into Michigan, it'll be mostly a damaging wind event with a couple of isolated brief tornado potential. But as the sun sets this afternoon, we get past 7 to 8 p.m., most of these storms are going to weaken. So and then we do just have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds headed towards Aurora/Gillette. Got about 8 minutes left on this tornado warning. What's up, Adriana? Good to see you. Thank you guys for the follows. I do appreciate it. Make sure you guys, we're not spamming the comments. Weather team's answering questions as best as they can, okay? That is our goal. Yeah, if the team's answered y'all's questions in the comment section and I can see that, I'm not going to answer it because it's the same answer that they're going to give you guys. The same answer I'm going to give you is the same answer they're going to give you. All right, we'll see if we get a new tornado warning on this. It's definitely possible. Yeah, this is moving really, really quick today, which is interesting. All right, we got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning, guys. This is just south of Bloomington, Illinois. We got a skinny little squall line down here. Most of this is going to be for winds under 60 miles per hour, but we do now have a section just between Bloomington and Springfield, Illinois for 60-mile-per-hour winds here. Yep, skinny little squall line along the cold front here. It's miserable outside. Wait till next week, guys. Next week's going to be probably one of the most hottest weeks we've had all year long. You guys remember that heat wave that we had back at the beginning of June where we had triple digits and triple-digit heat indexes? We're going to have something come through next week, and it's going to be a lot worse. A lot worse. One of our biggest ridges coming next week. We're going to have a lot of people from Louisiana all the way up to Minnesota and Wisconsin that are going to be in the triple digits for heat indexes. It's going to feel like soup outside. When you have dew points that are pushing the 80s and mid-80s, most of that's due to the Corn Belt sweat that's going to be ongoing in the Midwest. You guys know the Corn Belt sweat season is here. We get those big ridges that set up, and then we get our big-time wind events that ride over the ridge, so we'll get those big old derecho squall line setups. So most of the United States are going to feel that next week. It's going to be gross. It's going to feel disgusting. You're not going to be able to breathe outside probably too much. It's going to suck. It's going to suck next week. Yeah, it's going to feel like soup. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to break that pattern down. I'll give you guys a whole layout of what that's going to look like here in just a little bit. We'll probably have a little bit of a break in severe weather going towards potentially Friday and Saturday. We'll see what happens with that. And then we're going to get right back into it going into the beginning of next week, more than likely. I do think our tornado threat will start to weaken here soon, though, or at least it may already be. It's got a lot of clusters of storms. I think our brief tornado window was back over here in western Wisconsin when these storms got going. Let me take a look at our atmosphere and see what we've got right now for storm fuel, because that's going to tell a big story on if storms are going to continue to intensify or not. Just got back from Wisconsin, or got back from Florida. Ooh, yeah. Welcome back home is the gift we'll use, I guess, for that. Yeah, so we don't really have a lot of instability to work with today, at least in we do in Illinois, but Wisconsin, your instability values are a little bit lower today. So that's good news. That'll potentially help these storms weaken as they get closer here. We also have the sea breeze that'll be coming off of the lake here, so that can help weaken storms a little bit as well. So we'll kind of see how things play out here over the next little bit, and hopefully we get these storms to weaken. Still got to watch Michigan, though. Michigan will be interesting, but it's going to take some time to get those storms over there. So they're moving pretty quickly. And there's Jennifer. Hold on one second, guys. Let's go. Oh, no, you don't want in? Cool. She scratches the door and wants in and then just walks away after. Yeah, flying from Atlanta to Chicago today, you're going to battle some thunderstorms. It doesn't shock me. It doesn't shock me at all because Chicago's about to get in on this here. We'll be losing that tornado warning here soon. 2 minutes. Thank you guys for all the follows, by the way. I do appreciate it. Make sure if you guys are following me on TikTok that you are subbed to me over on YouTube as well. We are also live on YouTube. We are trying to grow my platform over there as well. We're about 3,200 subs on there. So if you guys do want to keep up with me, do follow both accounts. It's very much appreciated. Donna with the bouncing speakers. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you as always. That was pretty cool. All right, warning's about to expire. We'll be just down to these 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. Jesus, Jenny, what do you want? Come on. Are you gonna come in or not? Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. Jenny Purr is my cat, one of the 3 cats that we have, and she's interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. Love her, but she's interesting. All right, no longer any tornado warnings. So Wisconsin, you no longer have any warnings right now, which is good. Check on those watches. We should be getting a mesoscale discussion for Michigan here soon. Tomorrow looks to be a really interesting day in Southern Illinois, Indiana, and Kentucky, too. So we'll talk about what that looks like here in a minute. We'll have some more cells tomorrow. Y'all might get a Mesomat live stream outside tomorrow. Can I send some thunderstorms to Yosemite? That would be that'd be something. You guys typically do see thunderstorms this time of the year, at least more towards the August month, I would think. All right, we got a brand new day 1 outlook. That came out quick. I can't believe I'm saying this, though, but for the first time in quite some time, guys, we may not have severe weather for one day out of a whole entire week starting on Friday. The day 3 outlook right now has no severe weather forecasted for anybody in the United States. It's just a blank map with general thunderstorms. That's the first time I've seen that in months. Now that I've probably said that and mentioned that, it'll probably change. So. Go. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get her. You guys see her in the hallway, right? This is what she does. She scratches up the door to try to get in, and then I open up the door, and then she just runs away and then comes back and does it again. I would love breaks, because when we have weather breaks, I get on here and I play storm chasing simulator games. That's what I do. So when we don't have severe weather to cover or tropics to cover, we're on here usually playing weather games. I know she does. That's what she does. For all y'all that watch, y'all know Jenny Purr. All right, I'm waiting for our risk zone to update here. Orange boxes or yellow boxes are severe thunderstorm warnings. Yeah, we had a big risk zone shift. So no longer is western Wisconsin or Iowa in a severe thunderstorm risk. We have a small, slight risk now for the rest of eastern Wisconsin. So if you're back in western Wisconsin and northwestern Illinois, those risk zones have dropped. That'll update here in just a minute. So this is a very fast-moving system today. I think the tornado risk will probably drop to 5%, I would think. We'll see here in just a second. You guys will see it update on the top of your screen here in just a minute. Like I said, today is not a stressful day in the weather world. We've had a couple tornado warnings. We had a couple observed warnings, but for everybody out in front of this today, very local tornado threat, isolated, damaging winds, if anything. I just think we're losing a lot of the instability. A lot of our instability or fuel for our storms is further to the south, where our jet stream is at. Things are going to kind of be a little bit discombobulated, so... I think this is the first time I've got on and done a weather stream and everything happens before I get on stream. Like, guys, I'm not joking. I wasn't planning on doing my live stream today until 3 o'clock. That's typically when our storms, most of the time, severe weather-wise, fire off at is afterwards. I'm making my video, rushing to get my videos done and put out today. I get them put out by like 10:30, 11, and we get a mesoscale discussion for a tornado watch, and I'm like, shucks, I gotta go grocery shopping. I gotta go get food. Like, I'm not ready for this, and I didn't even manage to get grocery shopping in today. I managed to go get lunch, shove a sub down my throat with some chips, and then rush on a live stream. I missed all of the confirmed tornado warnings that happened in the last hour between noon and 1 p.m. I get on here, we get one warning, and then the event's done. So that's typically, that doesn't happen a lot. Most times we're on here well before an event starts because that's how I do things. But today just did not work that way. So it's fine. It's great. So I will let you guys know, and I'm going to say this now, for my people that are in the Ohio River Valley, the Midwest, or the Upper Plains, we have a very interesting weather pattern that is going to be setting up the last 2 weeks of July going into August, where we could see a lot of destructive wind events. It is not set in stone because models are models. We all know that when we look at models over 7 days out, we take it with a grain of salt. They're going to change, but a lot of consistency has been trending for a huge ridge to set up, and a ridge is basically a heat dome, and over top of that ridge, you're going to get a jet streak that's going to go over top of that ridge on the west side, the north side, and the east side, kind of like a mountain. It'll flow over the top, or a roller coaster, and you get that jet stream that sets up. When you've got extreme instability values and high dew point values, you're going to get big lines of storms that develop, and those produce 80 to 100 mile an hour winds, sometimes more than that, in a lot of situations. And this is right around that time frame where we typically start to see those events. So we're watching the Ohio Valley, we're watching the Plains, we're watching the Upper Midwest, the Great Lakes, going through the next 2 to 3 weeks for events like that. So if you were in these areas that are seeing storms today, get used to it, because I think that's going to be very consistent as we go through the next couple of weeks here into the month of August. And then the tropics are still going to stay pretty quiet, at least as of right now, after this week's over with. So we'll be watching and keeping you guys updated on that for the people that live down in the Gulf. We'll have live stream coverage mostly all day tomorrow for our tropical system as it gets closer and closer to Louisiana. Still got a lot of things to figure out. It may not even get a name. I know a lot of people on social media are saying, oh, there's a hurricane coming to Louisiana. No, there's not. It's not even a tropical depression or a tropical storm. The National Hurricane Center has it as an invest, which means they are investigating it. It has a 40% chance of becoming a tropical depression or storm in the next 3 days. Is it going to do that? I don't know. The low is still sitting over land right now, and a low that's sitting over land cannot develop. It has to be over water to develop. And right now, if it moves back over the water, we may get something to develop. If it doesn't, then this thing's going to go bye-bye, and it's not going to become anything. And all the people that were calling for a tropical storm and hurricane are going to look like they don't know much of anything in the world, which is fine, because that weeds out the people that I have to worry about every single day. I constantly have to battle false information on a daily basis, and it's absolutely heartbreaking to have to deal with that. I have a lot of you viewers that come in my streams, and I feel so bad because a lot of you guys see other people post weather content or post videos that are false information videos about stuff that's going to be happening, and it never does. And I get those people that come in my stream, and you know, they're like, well, so-and-so said this, and I'm like, well, so-and-so, are they in meteorology school? Are they a meteorologist? Do they do weather? Nope, they do other content. Sounds about right. People do this stuff this time of the year. Everybody thinks that they are a meteorologist come hurricane season because they can fearmonger and get monetization off of it. And it's absolutely insane. I'm a meteorology student. I've been doing weather coverage for 8 years. I do this full time. This is what I do every single day. Yeah, it's insane. Why, you guys, I don't know. I really wonder why fearmongering is why it's a normal thing. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. Leave weather to the people that actually do it for a living and that are in school for it. It's just that simple. There wouldn't be so much false information if other people wouldn't try to become meteorologists when they don't have a lick of a mind what they're talking about. So it blows my mind. So good news is I will show you guys here. We do have an updated risk zone. Let me pull this back over. Here we go. Here is our updated SPC outlook. As you guys can see, Western Wisconsin and Iowa and northwestern Illinois have been dropped out of the risk zone as expected. We do still have a small slight risk for the remainder of the afternoon here into western Michigan, eastern Wisconsin here. Chicago, you're still in that because your storms haven't come through yet. When the next update for SPC updates at 8 p.m. Central Time, most of this risk zone will probably be gone because the storms will have already moved through. We do still have severe storms back over here in the plains later on tonight. This area will be later on after midnight tonight, but our main tornado area today will be diminishing over the next couple of hours. So we do still have a small 2% and 5% tornado risk, but as soon as these storms move out of Wisconsin, that tornado risk is gone. There is no longer a tornado risk for Michigan. They did drop that. We're looking at a wind threat and a small hail threat for Michigan tonight. So once these storms move out of Wisconsin in the next hour or two, tornado threat will pretty much be almost zero. So that'll be some really, really good news for you guys. So looking at our radar here, like I said, a couple severe thunderstorm warnings just to the south of Aurora. Gillette here, we've got Morris as well. Chicago, you'll probably get a warning at some point here. This is for wind. So these are severe thunderstorm warnings for 60-mile-per-hour winds, maybe a couple 70s here. We'll see. Wisconsin, you have no warnings at all, mostly thunderstorms right now. I'm not really seeing much of anything impressive anymore. So if we get any warnings, we'll let you guys know. But like I said, Madison, you're good. Everybody else on the western side of Wisconsin, you're good. We'll probably be seeing a lot of these storms be lesser on the severe west side because of the fact that we're losing instability. So that's good. Still could see a brief couple tornadoes. It's not out of the question, but we'll be really looking more at damaging winds than anything else. Yeah, Brian, that doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of people on social media that'll post pictures of old hurricanes and stuff that's happened in previous years and say that it's the storm that's happening now. It's stupid. It's insane. All I tell people, guys, all I tell you guys in chat, and y'all know this, you guys that watch on a daily basis know this, and if you're new, you'll hear me say this for the first time, just be careful who you guys watch on social media. I'm never going to direct anybody in the wrong way. I'm never going to give y'all false information. I have done this for a very long time. You can ask my weather team of 60 people, as well as the 96,000 people that watch on a daily basis almost, or watch my videos. You guys know that this is real stuff. You will never hear any type of false information or fear-mongering come out of my mouth. Not one time will that happen. It's real information, public information. You guys can check spc.com. That's where the risk zones come from the National Weather Service. You can check the National Hurricane Center. You can check the Pivotal Weather website that I use for my model forecasting. All of this is able for the public to be used. So, but the problem is the public uses it. They take screenshots and they put big captions on top of stuff and they say, oh, we're going to get something crazy, in an area that's not going to see anything crazy. So it's wild. It's even worse during winter weather season, too, because everybody thinks they can predict snow. It's crazy. You guys will see this too for y'all that were watching the stream yesterday. I have a lot of meteorologist friends that are actually degree meteorologists that are on TV that come in and watch my streams. You guys probably saw that we're watching yesterday. We had Jacqueline come in yesterday. She's a meteorologist on TV in Richmond, Virginia. I got a lot of Mets that come in and watch the streams. We've got Edgar. He's a storm chaser that comes in and watches the stream. Jordan Hall comes in and watches the stream. We have a lot of support from a lot of way bigger name people that do weather that are actually degreed that come in and watch the stream. So I promise you guys you're in good hands. All right. Did we get a risk for Friday? Oh, they did update Friday. Okay, so as expected, we do have a marginal risk for Friday now. The day 3 outlook that was showing no severe weather now has severe weather, and it is for a low risk for wind and hail for Iowa, Nebraska, and South Dakota. We'll talk about what that looks like here in just a little bit. We got a new mesoscale discussion for watch likely, severe thunderstorm watch likely from southern Colorado or southern Wyoming down through Denver and into southern Colorado as well. Yes, SPC just updated. Yes. Yeah, the flash flooding risk for Wisconsin, it's for storms that train. If you see any heavy rainfall in Wisconsin today, 1 to 3 inches of rain, it's not super, super high totals. Yeah, not anything super, super crazy. These are the only severe thunderstorm warnings that we have right now, and they are for northern Illinois here, just west of Chicago. So really, in all honesty, we actually do have a severe thunderstorm warning now that is Torpas up here in Wisconsin. This is for Harrisville. We'll watch this storm. This one could become tornadic. But it's not really looking like it right now. They'll be moving up northeast there towards the Oshkosh area. Or Oshkosh. Yes, Justin. If you go to the mesomatwx.com website, that's where you can check out merch at. By the way, guys, for anybody that is wanting to support, I will show you guys this briefly for just a quick second. I do have merch. My lovely significant other has basically handmade all this merch and set it all up. You guys can go check out the link in my bio. It's in my link tree, mesomatwx.com. If you are interested in applying to our weather team, we are accepting people still on the weather team here. You guys can also go to the About the Team section here, team application, fill that out. You can join the team if you are interested in joining. We've got the Mesomat merch site here as well. Ro, you're going to have to fix that because I don't know what's going on. But anyways, I'll show it to you guys when it gets put back up there. I don't know what's going on with it, but we'll have to figure that out. But it's on there, which is pretty cool. Ro, if you're ever to take a look at that too, you can. Okay. She'll have that put back up here in just a minute. I don't know what happened. It may have just something timed out. All right. So watching that severe thunderstorm warning up here near the Harrisville area. Michigan, you'll see storms most of the day today. It's this cold front that'll be pushing through. I don't think Michigan will actually start to see their storms until closer to this evening here. I will do a Tropics update and an overall view of what we're going to be seeing through next week here in just a little bit. Being as though today's tornado risk will be out of Wisconsin here pretty soon, we won't be on stream super, super long today since most of today's threat is already almost over with. And I'm going to maybe attempt to go grocery shopping this afternoon now. But I will tonight, guys. I will have another full live update tonight, probably around 9 p.m., 9:30 Central Time. We're going to do a whole breakdown of what's going to happen with this tropical system. I'm going to kind of wait for some more afternoon updates to come in, but we'll do a whole breakdown tonight, so make sure you guys come into the stream tonight. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what's going to happen next week. We're going to do that a lot, so I typically try to do 2 or 3 streams a day if we're not doing weather coverage. I do full 10-minute video discussions covering all 50 states every single day. You guys can check that out on TikTok and on YouTube. If you guys want reliable weather coverage and reliable weather updates, that's me. I sit in this chair 20 hours a day, not even joking, 18 to 20 hours a day, looking at weather models, studying weather, putting forecasts out, all that stuff. So, I am a weather nerd. It's really bad. Yeah, I also still need to get a cat camera. I've had, the last couple of weeks, chat's been requesting a Jenny Purr cat camera for me to put up on my other monitor so you guys can see Jenny Purr sleeping on the desk the whole entire stream. So, eventually at some point I want to build something in here for her. I don't know what I would do, but like a playpen or something. I don't know. So, these storms are moving northeast, kind of towards Appleton here. Ro, let me know when you get that set back up too. I don't know what happened with it. Oh, it is back up. Awesome. She got it back up. Okay. Really, really quickly, guys, if you want to support Mesomat, the best way to do that is to go check out the merch. It's in my bio. We have merch. It is amazing, amazing merch. I just want to talk about this for just a quick second here. Once again, mesomatwx.com, link in my bio. We have stickers, we have t-shirts, we have hoodies, we have tumblers. We still need to get rid of the birthday stuff because that is old. That is over a month old. Ro, if you want to take that too, you can. We have hats. We have snapback trucker caps. We have tumblers, the stickers, the long sleeve hoodies. We have phone cases. The t-shirts are absolutely amazing. You guys go check this stuff out. I believe we've got the hurricane stuff in. We have the tomato shirt still. There's just a lot of stuff. And if you guys have requests on merch that you want, it gives you an option here to request, and Rochelle will personally make it for you. And I'm not joking. That is my significant other. She will make it for you. So if you guys have a way of wanting like a state or something done, feel free to do that. There is lots of really cool stuff on here. So go check that out. Okay. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna read this update real quick here. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it. Oh, there we go.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We got a brand new tornado warning. This is gonna be for Portage, Wisconsin. So this is for you guys here. As I mentioned, still an isolated tornado risk here for today. So Portage, Wisconsin. Rotation is going to be just to the east of Baraboo and west here of Durwood's Glen. I appreciate you, Gail. Good to see you. I appreciate it. So we got a little bit of rotation here on this storm here in the Durwood's Glen area. Yeah, with the map. I appreciate what you the star map. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Guys, tornado warnings are also scrolling at the bottom of your screen by county as well as severe thunderstorm warnings. So if there's any warnings, those are also down by county. So once again, looking at some kind of QLCS-ish rotation. It's not super impressive. But got some inflow, you got some outflow, you're going to get a tornado warning. So that's where this is at. This is going to be for the east side of Crawford Crossing and headed towards Durwood's Glen. Radar indicated tornado warning here. This is Columbia County and East Central Sauk County. Thank you, Gail. I appreciate you. Good to see you as always. All right. So once again, if you are in this area, guys, please be seeking shelter. B Sales with the 2 bouncing speakers, dude. I appreciate the gifts. Thank you. Good to see you in here as always. I hope you're doing well. I'll have Ro fix it. Michelle, I'll help her get that. Is it on the website? Or is it on my page? Hold on a second. I'll have to look at it. I can't spell sometimes, so it's probably my fault, honestly. Portage, Wisconsin, you're in a tornado warning. Seek shelter. That's what we're looking at right now. Oh, yeah, it is spelled wrong. I just can't spell. Sorry, guys. I really don't have, my grammar is awful. I appreciate y'all for helping me out on that. That's embarrassing. Yeah, so the merch page, I'll type it in the thing here. It's the link tree in my bio. It's just, I'll do the website. It's That's the website. It's just mesomatwx.com. Yeah, it's TikTok. It's TikTok half spell check too. So the fact that I missed that is wild. I've not changed my bio in over a month, so it's just the first time too. So I'm glad y'all said something, or I would have looked probably like a not very smart person. I'll criticize myself all day for it. Don't feel bad, guys. It's okay. All right, so once again, radar indicated tornado warning here. What we're watching right now. All right, so officially, this is officially from Tropical Tidbits. Our low pressure on Invest 93 is officially back in the water. So this is where we start to see if we're going to get a named storm or not in the next 2 days here. We got a 48, really 36-hour window here for this system to get going. So if Invest gets going, then here we go. We'll see. The low is officially back over water. It's not very organized right now, but it is over water. So there you go, Laney May. Laney, I've got something interesting for you. For you next week too. You're gonna get a once-of-a-kind event next week. That's all I'm gonna say. Where's the chance of landfall? Honestly, it looks like New Orleans. New Orleans might be where this thing officially crashes in at. But like I said, guys, it's not going to be a hurricane. If anything, if this thing, I'll show you guys what it looks like right now, just for a quick second. This is Invest 93L. It just moved back off of the Florida line here. This is going to be meandering its direction towards New Orleans here. It's got a 36-hour window to organize into a depression or tropical storm. I think at max, if this were to get best case scenario, it gets Tropical Storm Dexter. That would be the name. It has to hit tropical storm status to get that name, which is 40-mile-per-hour winds. Hurricane hunters will go in there tomorrow. They'll observe and see if that's the case. The water temperatures off the coast of Louisiana, though, are the warmest out of the whole Gulf. So we're talking water temps are 2 to 4 degrees above average. We're sitting in the 80s, almost 90s here. So really, in all honesty, 36 hours, warm water temperatures back in the water here. We'll see what happens. We'll just see what happens. It's gonna be very interesting to watch this thing. But right now, impacts will start tomorrow afternoon. We'll start to see heavy rainfall move into Louisiana here. We could see rainfall of up to 6 to 10 inches of rain for most people in southern Louisiana, where that flash flooding threat will be at. We'll start to maybe see an isolated tornado threat pick up as well, but we'll talk more about this later on tonight when we do our second stream, because we're waiting on some more updates. This is just, we're watching this thing spin. So that's what I got for you guys right now on that. Yes, once again, guys, tornado warning here is in Portage, Wisconsin. That's where this is at. This is a radar-indicated tornado warning. It's the only warning we have right now. Also got, we've got Decorah here as well. Rotation is going to be getting ready to cross 90-94 here in just about 5 to 10 minutes. So if you are in this warning, you need to be in your safe place, guys. That's how you go about doing this here when you get a tornado warning. I wouldn't be shocked to see a new tornado warning get issued up here near Briggsville, but we'll see what they do. Outside of that, a couple severe thunderstorm warnings to the north here, and we've got a severe thunderstorm warning with 60-mile-per-hour winds headed right for Chicago. Good news is it's only going to be damaging winds. Really shouldn't see a tornado threat with this in Chicago, at least as of right now. And most of Wisconsin is about done with their severe weather threat for today. Go back to that velocity scan here. Yep. So we'll be watching this. Yeah, sometimes you're not going to have a hook with a tornado warning. Not every time. Just depends on the storm mode, what it's doing, where's rotation at. So once again, this is where that rotation is at. Getting ready to cross 90-94 here, going into Portage. This is not a confirmed tornado. This is radar indicated, so. Oh, I appreciate it, CDP. Appreciate you guys out there chasing as well, dude. Mad respect to the chasers and Mets out there, as always. I am just a meteorology student. I am not degreed yet, so I still got a little ways to go on my weather journey. This is headed northeast towards Portage, Wisconsin. I appreciate you guys. I do. What does school entail for meteorology? A 4-year degrees in 2 years technically, associates in science 2 year, and then you get 2 years in atmospheric science. I am just close to finishing my 2 year in my associates in science. So I haven't really got to my meteorology portion of classes yet, but I've been studying weather since I was basically 4 or 5 years old. So my weather knowledge is basically as of a 4-year degree met. So I'm going to basically go fly through school once I eventually get into those meteorology classes. It's going to be super, super quick and super easy. I wish to become a meteorologist you didn't have to have a 4-year degree, but it's just expensive. So currently right now, I'm not in school. I took this semester off. I'm going to be taking next semester off. It's just very expensive right now, and I don't have the finances for it. And I'm not a believer in pulling out student loans for school. I just don't want to pay it back, nor I would rather raise the money or save the money up for it from doing streams and stuff. So when you guys donate on streams, when you guys gift, when you guys, whenever you guys do, the subscriptions, all of that goes towards paying for my school is what it goes towards. So whenever I get enough financial money to save up and go back to school, I'll go back to school. But yeah, I will never, ever pull out a student loan. If there's anybody in here that does that, not a bad thing. You do what you do, but I'm just not a believer in it. Why did I just get a moderate rain alert? Thank you, Mama Michelle, for the sub. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. The biggest thing, guys, that I am also trying to push, you guys can sub on TikTok if you want to. The same price. If you sub on TikTok for, I think it's $3 a month, I would rather y'all head over to YouTube and become a member for $3 a month because you get access to membership-only videos, membership-only live streams. You get a lot of cool more stuff that comes with it, and it just pushes the algorithm out on YouTube a lot better. So if you were able to become a member or want to become a member on YouTube, feel free to. We are also live on there as well. If something ever happens to TikTok, YouTube is where we'll be at. That is where we will always be at. But I do appreciate you guys very, very, very much. Over the last 2 years that I've been doing weather full time, since I moved up here to Kentucky, it's been a journey. It's been a blessing to have you guys. I appreciate it. Now I'm looking at weather in my backyard because I have moderate rain coming. I'm a little bit concerned. Oh, it's just a little storm. Never mind. Okay. Any cameras to look at? Not here that are going to work. No, I've already tried that one. Already tried that. So. Isn't it crazy, guys? We'll be talking about snow in like 2.5 to 3 months. I said that yesterday in stream, but we'll be talking about snow showers for some people in about 2.5 to 3 months. Crazy. It's going to come whether y'all like it or not. And I tell you what, as somebody that does weather content full time, I absolutely hate forecasting winter weather. I hate it. It is so awful. You guys, I want you guys to understand, y'all that are watching the stream, and for y'all that watch on a daily basis, you'll hear me say this a lot, but for y'all that watch the stream or that come in streams and watch on days even when you're not seeing weather in your area or just want to watch in general, wait till we actually get a hurricane coming toward the United States, like when it actually does, if it does happen this year. Hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, wait till you guys see the chat, because we have about 300, we've held about 300 people in here, mostly the whole stream. I go from 300 to 500 viewers to about 3,000 viewers consistently during my whole live streams, because I do 10 and 12 and 15 and 16 and 18 hour coverages for tropical systems. So if that does happen this year, you guys will see the most, and this is how it is every time, the most rudest comments ever happen during hurricane season. I don't know why or what it is about people, but when I've got 3,000 people on a live stream, I cannot answer every question, and people just don't seem to understand that. When I'm trying to get out information, trying to talk about warnings, talk about stuff going on, that seems to be an issue, and people just don't have patience or whatever because they're concerned, they're worried, there's just so much going on. Winter weather is also kind of the same way. When people don't get their snowfall totals answered correctly, or they get their ice total accumulations correctly, they get mad. They get really, really mad, and they attack me, or they attack the team, or they're just gross in chat. So I appreciate every single one of you guys in stream that are very, very nice and are patient and understand. Weather is complex. It is very, very hard to get sometimes, especially when it comes to hurricanes or winter weather, sometimes even severe weather. So the patience is much appreciated. I try my best to give y'all as much information as I can, as quickly as I can. So that being said. Once again, we do still have this tornado warning, guys. Here, 27 minutes left on this warning. This is the only tornado warning we have right now. This is what we've been watching. Continuing to see that rotation head into Portage. This tornado is not confirmed. It is radar indicated still, so we'll watch it. We're gonna see what happens. Hopefully, this goes away. We did just have a live stream for the Midwest the other day. We did, Katie. Absolutely. And that's going to be a common theme as we go through the next 2 to 3 weeks. We'll be talking a lot about the Midwest.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We just got a tornado warning. Where's that at? That said Fond du Lac on it. Hold on a second. Yep, that is going right towards Fond du Lac. So we've got Fox Lake, Waupun, and Alto. Hold on one second. Hold on one sec, guys. Okay, I was making sure somebody on the team was good. All right, I'll be right back, guys.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry. I was taking care of Hazel real quick. All right, I saw we got another new warning, I think. Yep, brand new tornado warning that just came out as well. We have 3 warnings. This is going to be for... I don't even know how you pronounce this. My Wisconsin people may have to help me with this one. Washara County? Am I close? Washara County? I'm hoping, maybe. We've got Watama in here, Dakota, Spring Lake, and Richford in this tornado warning. I'm hoping I was sort of right on that. This is going to be a what share? Okay, I appreciate it, guys. I'm trying. It's hard sometimes. But yeah, so this is gonna be a rain wrap tornado warning. So basically, what that means is there's a lot of heavy precip ongoing in here. There's a lot of there is rotation embedded in here. You're not gonna be able to see this tornado. So if you're in this warning, guys, here, please be seeking shelter. Please, please, please. So please be inside. Yeah, be in your safe place, guys, if you're in Watama. Then we've also got the warning that's still down here in Portage. That rotation looks to be on the weaker side of things, so this warning may hopefully drop here soon. Also, looking at that newer tornado warning, I'm really more concerned about the storm headed towards Fond du Lac. This is the one that's got my attention. Go back to the rotation on this. Very, very weak rotation, but the way that the reflectivity looks makes it look a little bit more scarier. Watoma. Okay, Watoma. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'm learning as we go here with some of these areas. I've covered Wisconsin a lot, and every single time it gets me. Still want to watch that storm north of Watertown as well. Milwaukee looks like you're going to get missed. It looks like most of this area here will get missed. Storms to the north, storms to the west here, southwest should be mostly good. Chicago, we do have storms approaching the area here. Severe thunderstorm warnings in effect here for Bolingbrook, Naperville, Aurora. These will be headed towards Chicago. The good thing is most of you guys here in Chicago will be under a warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Not expecting much here in Illinois other than damaging winds. The tornado threat in Illinois is very, 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 very low. So you guys see this arcing line of storms that extends from Chicago down. Damaging winds will be the primary threat with this. Nothing crazy or significant. You guys should mostly be okay up here. So we're going to stay on these warnings. Got those 3 warnings that are here. I'm going to go back to the one here that is in headed towards Fond du Lac. Nope, I got you guys. We are good. We are good. We are good. All right. Trying to see if we've got any images coming out for this. Yeah, nothing observed right now. Oh, now we do.
New information. This tornado warning has been upgraded.
So we now have a confirmed tornado in progress here in the Waupun area. This is an observed tornado. You guys got to be seeking shelter if you're in this warning, guys. It's a confirmed tornado in progress. This is for southwestern Fond du Lac and north central Dodge County. It's very hard to see where this is actually at, but I'm going to guess that this is where that's at. Just to the west of Atwater. Hold on, guys. I gotta step away for one more second. Sorry, guys. We have somebody on our weather team that's smack dab in the middle of this observed tornado, so we're trying to make sure that they're okay. I gotta watch you guys, gotta watch the weather team and everybody else, so I'm a busy person here. See if I can find a visual on this somewhere. Yeah, so all tornado warnings are scrolling at the bottom of the screen too, guys. You guys should be able to see those warnings. I don't have any cameras on this. Gosh, this sucks. Wisconsin needs to update their cameras. Yep, so this is for Fond du Lac County, guys, and Dodge County. Observed tornado in progress.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We got another warning. We have 4 tornado warnings now. They are just warning this whole line now. So Harrisville, Oxford, Montello. I'm just going to read the counties out here so you guys know. North Central Columbia County and Marquette County. Brand new tornado warning here. They are warning this whole entire line at this point. We have 4 warnings now. So these are all radar indicated warnings here along Highway 39 moving east. So if you were in Oshkosh or Appleton, getting over here towards Fond du Lac, you've got an observed tornado headed towards Fond du Lac, and you've got radar indicated warnings behind this. There's a good chance that somebody gets potentially 2 of these, which is not good. All right, let me go back here and see if we can find where this is at. Once again, this is headed towards the Fond du Lac area here next. So Alto, you guys are in this as well. A lot of these storms don't have like super strong rotation, so it seems to me that we're getting a lot of brief spin up tornadoes, which is still bad. It's not good. Yeah, there shouldn't be anybody outside, guys. You shouldn't be seeing this tornado. You need to be inside because the one that's here in the Atwater area is observed. There should be nobody outside watching this tornado. That is probably the most stupidest thing you could do. Do not do that. That's how you get yourself killed. Don't understand why people do that. So we don't really have a lot of tight rotation on this storm. This is what's stumping me just a little bit, the way that this is observed. Yeah, Chicago, you're getting storms right now. Wind and wind would be the biggest threats for you guys. Shouldn't see anything tornadic down in Chicago. Wisconsin's mostly seen all the tornado warnings today. Yeah, so the tornado warning here that's in the Fond du Lac County here is observed. We got 11 minutes on this warning, so we'll probably get a brand new warning here very soon. Once this gets extended, it'll be headed towards Fond du Lac and Oakfield. So four tornado warnings, guys. Basically from Colima, we've got Colima. I cannot talk today, guys. Colima all the way down here through Interstate 39 into Portage. We've got radar indicated tornado warnings just up and down Interstate 39 here. These are radar indicated. Regardless if they're radar indicated or observed, you need to be in your safe place. It doesn't matter. Headed towards, these will be headed towards Oshkosh, and then we've got Ripon, Berlin, and the one headed towards Fond du Lac here. Bear with me too, guys. Like I said, if you're in Wisconsin, I'm going to pronounce some of these areas wrong. I'm not from Wisconsin, so I may butcher them. I'm trying my best, though, so bear with me. Yeah, so most of Wisconsin, at least southeastern Wisconsin, is under a tornado watch, which means conditions are favorable for tornadoes. When you get a tornado warning, that means you need to seek shelter in a basement, a bathroom, a closet, the most interior room of your house. That is where you go when you get a tornado warning. Nobody should be outside. Nobody should be lollygagging around. You need to be in your safe spot, because a lot of the times in these type of situations, when you get these rain-wrapped lines of storms that produce tornado warnings, they can be not seen. You're not going to see these tornadoes because they are rain-wrapped. They are behind a rain curtain, so there won't be really mostly a visual a lot of these unless they're out in front of this line of storms like the one that we've got here outside of Fond du Lac, but more times not, they're rain wrapped, so you need to be, regardless of that, in your safe place. If you have kiddos, if you have toddlers, put helmets on their heads, put them in a car seat. That's what we do with our littles. And then yeah, I know most people don't have safe places, or they don't have basements here, but a bathroom, the most interior wall of your house, bathroom, closet, hunker down, put a mattress over yourself, and you should be good to go. Most of the times not. When we get these tornadic events in Wisconsin, they do typically produce something most of the time too, so. Wow, that is a crazy comment, but all right. Guys, if you say anything in chat that's just absolutely insane, you're going to get muted and blocked. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, that's insane. I just, yeah, no. Yeah, Michigan, you're going to see storms here in the next couple of hours. As these storms cross over the lake, they'll be a lot weaker by the time they approach you guys. All right, we got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning now. This is a tornado possible tag severe thunderstorm warning. This is for Columbia County, Dane County, Jefferson County, and Dodge County. This is basically meaning that there is rotation in this little line segment here, and that it could produce a couple of tornadoes. You can actually see a little bit of rotation in Sun Prairie and a little bit of rotation just to the west of Fall River. Yeah, if you guys didn't see the comment, I'm not going to repeat it, but it was a very unhinged comment. It was not okay. There we go. Hi, Jenny. All right, so a couple of these tornado warnings will be expiring in just a few minutes. We are going to get a new tornado warning that should be for Fond du Lac. Should be, and it will be more than likely radar indicated. That's what I said. Severe weather and just in general weather, people come in this chat to cause issues and they get muted and blocked. I don't have time for people's bullshit. That's not what this stream's for. If you're going to come in with unhinged comments and wish chaos upon people.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
And they just warned the southern storm. We've got a new tornado warning here. We got 5 tornado warnings, guys. This is the most we've had so far today. Iron Ridge, we've got Horicon, Mayville. This is going to be for you guys. Dodge County once again. This is all Wisconsin. All Wisconsin. This one's got a little bit of spin to it. They're warning these storms with baby rotation, which is smart, honestly, because these storms could be producing tornadoes very quickly. All of these storms are headed east-northeast. So Milwaukee, you guys should mostly be fine. This will be headed towards like Appleton, Oshkosh. We've got Sheboygan, Fond du Lac, Green Bay. All these areas out in front here where you guys need to be watching for very closely here. They are all headed east-northeast. Chicago, you did get put under a 60-mile-an-hour severe thunderstorm warning as expected, so just be mindful here. Evanston down to Hammond through Chicago. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, nothing else. You guys should mostly be okay once this pushes through. I'm not too worried about you guys. This line of storms has been pretty weak all day down here. The tornado warnings, like I said, have been in Wisconsin today. What's up, Jesse Carter? Good to see you, bud.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Jesus. Oh my gosh. All right, we got a brand new tornado warning. That makes 6. We have 5 tornado warnings. One of them just dropped. Cambria and Randolph, you are now in a tornado warning here in southeastern Wisconsin. This is what I call a small-scale tornado outbreak in Wisconsin today. Multiple warnings, guys. All of these are radar indicated with the exception of the one that is here headed towards Fond du Lac. This one's actually got a little bit of good rotation on it. So Rio, you guys potentially may actually be seeing an observed tornado here soon. This does look to be a pretty tight couplet. We're going to wait to see if correlation pops up on this. All right, should be getting a new warning still for Oakfield here, I would think. Just kind of waiting to see if they're going to warn it. Is it Rio? Like I said, guys, if I butcher the cities and the towns, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to do it. I'm not from Wisconsin. I'm from Kentucky. Just bear with me on that. It's like Louisiana throws me off too. There's just Oklahoma also throws me off too. So I'm trying. I promise, guys, I'm trying. I feel bad every time I mess up on something, but that's just, I'm sorry. Most of you guys should know, I think, the areas that we're talking about, though, so. I appreciate you guys. I do. So once again, guys, almost 4 tornado warnings. We got 5 right now. We'll have 4. I think we are down to 4. Yeah, we are down to 4. So we'll be down to 3 tornado warnings here in just a minute. I wonder if that's a new severe thunderstorm warning for here. We'll wait and see. None of these storms are producing like ridiculous amount of rotation. So, like I said, Wisconsin does a really good job. Their National Weather Service. There it is.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
That's the one I was waiting for. So that should be an extension right there. Yeah, Wisconsin does a really good job with their tornado warnings. They've always done good every time we cover their events. So they'll issue a lot of their tornado warnings for a little bit of rotation. Now, the storm that's headed towards Fond du Lac, guys, you gotta be in your safe place here. I mean, this is now kind of shifting more on the northwestern side here. So Oakfield, you're now in this warning. This is probably the most impressive supercell today we've seen, other than the PDS warn storm that was impacting earlier. But this has got good potential on it here to do some crazy things. So if you are in this warning, please, 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 Dodge County, seek shelter. Not Dodge County, Fond du Lac County. Sorry, thought we were still in Dodge County for a second. All right. So I'm not seeing anything else observed right now. Yeah, as I say, Oakfield does sound pretty familiar from storms in the past here. So once again, guys, if you are in a red polygon, please be seeking shelter. I know a lot of people do not have they do not have storm shelters up here. So a bathroom, a closet, the most interior room of your house is going to be where you go when you get a tornado warning. A lot of these storms are starting to become semi-observed. So we are seeing that. Yeah, once again, guys, I'm not seeing any observed warnings. I'm not seeing any correlations or anything.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, we got another warning. So Columbus, Fall River, Otsego, and we've got, Otsego, and we've got the east side of town of Bristol in this new warning. Yeah, Ember, I'm gonna wait until it officially goes observed on the warning tag for that. Nothing against you, bud. I just wait. Just for a confidential thing. Yeah, so once again, guys, these tornado warnings, as of right now, we've got some reports of some potential observed tornado warnings. But right now they are all radar indicated. So once they go observed, we'll let you guys know. But they are radar indicated. So regardless of if it's a radar indicated warning or if it's an observed warning, you need to be in your safe place. Once again, if you are in these warnings, there are 5 warnings out right now. Those are scrolling at the bottom of your screen by county. Be in your safe places. Bathroom, closet. If you got kids, little kids, we do the same thing with our kids here. We have car seats for them. We put helmets on them. We go into the bathroom. We all hunker down with a mattress on our head. You guys can, if you're watching on your phone screen, there's a button on the bottom right on TikTok where you can turn it sideways. We're also live on YouTube. If you guys want to head over to my YouTube channel as well, you guys can see the screen a lot bigger as well. So it's just how TikTok displays it. I can't help that part of things. I do appreciate you guys. So the storm here that's outside of Fond du Lac's got my attention. This is the most impressive one by far, where we've seen rotation starting to come back here. So this could go observed again here in the next little bit, potentially. I would almost say we're seeing a mini tornado outbreak today in Wisconsin, but I don't make that call. So, yeah, we had a large wedge tornado in Dodgeville, Wisconsin earlier this afternoon. Produced a little bit of damage, but most of it was kind of in a ruler/area from what I saw. We've seen a couple observed tornadoes today, but most of these have been radar indicated off of rotation. Once again, if you're in Chicago, you were in a severe thunderstorm warning, so Chicago's not going to be seeing any tornadoes today. Not expecting down here. This is a damaging wind event down here today. We should lose the tornado warning up here in Montello and Harrisville. Not looking like a lot of rotation on radar with this anymore. Still some pretty decent rotation on the warning here in Cambria, as well as the one down here in Columbus, and then the one that is here in Mayville. We got about 27 minutes on that one. Still not seeing a lot of rotation, but like I said, the National Weather Service office is higher than me, so they're going to be the ones to issue these warnings, not me. No, I'm not surprised, guys. I've covered so many historic tornado outbreaks that are way bigger than this in the state of Wisconsin. This is nothing. I've seen 70 tornado warnings issued at one time in a state before. We can go back to Hurricane Beryl last year in Louisiana. We had 75 tornado warnings at one time. It's very normal. I cover these events from start to finish. I've done this for 8 years. Not my first rodeo with this. Doesn't shock me at all. So once again, if you guys have seen some people having some issues with like seeing the camera, if you guys can head over to my YouTube channel as well. It's in both YouTube and TikTok. The view is landscape mode. That's what I have this in. It's not on like a mobile mode. So you'll have to turn, there's a button on the right side, the bottom right of your screen when you're watching the live stream. You can hit it and it makes it go full screen and then it turns your camera sideways. Should. I've done it before, so. Okay. So we'll watch the northern one expire. We're watching the one here. All of these tornado warnings are radar indicated once again. So nothing is observed currently. That can change, like I said. We're kind of watching all 5 of these to see what they're doing. Once again, Alto, you guys are almost done with your tornado warning here. Got about 20, 25 minutes left on this. This is continuing to head towards Fond du Lac. So Fond du Lac's a pretty populated city in Wisconsin. Most people know that. So if this were to go observed again, it's not going to be good. And you can see where that little splice there on that hook echo is at, moving east-northeast here towards Fond du Lac. And then we've got once again, the warning down here in Mayville. Got about 24 minutes on this one. This one does not look as impressive anymore as it was looking. We were just talking about that a second ago. We'll see what this does in the next few minutes. And then we've got a tornado warning. Tornado warning just kind of stacked along this line of storms for QLCS rotation. Looks to be more of a kind of a damaging wind event. A lot of these little spin ups are starting to kind of flop as well, so that's good. Good news is, guys, we got about an hour or 2 left here in Wisconsin, and we're going to be done. So these storms will move across the lake. They'll be very, very weak on their approach to Michigan. I don't expect this many tornado warnings in Michigan. There's not really a tornado threat in Michigan tonight. It's just Wisconsin. So once these storms move out onto the lake here in the next hour or 2, we should be good to go. So most of southern Wisconsin is already done. So if you're down here like Milwaukee, Janesville, you guys are pretty much done.
New information, this tornado warning has been upgraded.
And there we go. So there it is, the one there. Once again, Iron Ridge, you are now observed. So Ember, if you're still in chat there, it just took a little bit of time to get that one observed there. So once again, guys, we now have an observed tornado on the ground here. This is going to be for Dodge County, Wisconsin. If you are in this warning, specifically headed towards Iron Ridge, you need to be in a safe place. This is now a confirmed tornado on the ground doing damage. This is not a radar indicated warning. This is observed. I don't have a correlation or anything popping up, so there's not specifically debris, so this might be in a little bit of a rural area here. It's actually over a lake right now, so that's where that would be at, but this is headed towards Iron Ridge. This is Wisconsin, guys. I feel like I need to make a big word at the top that says Wisconsin. All right. Once again, these storms are dropping tornadoes with just little bits of rotation, so it's a little bit impressive today to see how this is unfolding. All right, guys, make sure you guys are also paying attention in the chat. When we have active warnings, I don't answer questions. The weather team is in here answering questions. There are 30 mods, or almost 30 mods. There's a good amount of mods in here. I've got half of my weather team in here helping answer questions. Please pay attention to guys because they get this information from me. They're just reiterating that to you guys. So when you ask questions, they tag you. Respect those answers. It's the same answer I'm going to give you guys. It just helps get questions answered more quickly. That is why the team is here. Hold on, guys. I gotta take care of one of our kiddos real quick. I'm back, y'all. I was checking on our kiddos, making sure they good. Thank you to my weather team in here, by the way, guys. And y'all work in full force. I appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all give love to the weather team. They are an amazing team. They have been in place. They have been here for 2 years. A lot of them have been here for a while. They work their butts off in here for you guys. All right, let's get an update here. We still got an observed tornado warning here in Iron Ridge. I'm still really shocked that this is observed just the way that it looks on radar. So be in your safe place here, headed towards the Netta area, Herman Center. Moving eastwards here. Eventually, this will go towards Interstate 41. So we'll be watching that. Outside of that, we've got 4 more warnings. So we'll see. These are moving very, very close here to the lake here. So we're almost done, guys. We're almost done in Wisconsin. I promise. We're getting to that point. All right. Once again, guys, as well, if you guys have not hit that follow button, do consider hitting that follow button. I do appreciate all of you guys as well. If you do hit that follow button, head over to the YouTube channel, sub to the YouTube channel as well. That's where we'll be if something ever happens to TikTok. We go live on both platforms. You guys get your questions answered a lot better, too, if you're over on the YouTube channel. There's just not a lot of people over there watching, so I can see questions a little bit better there, too. So mods, make sure you guys are also kind of dispersed as well on both sides. That way I can get questions on both sides for you.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
I do appreciate you guys for the taps, the gifts. Y'all have been super, super awesome today. All right, that new severe thunderstorm watch is for the Rockies. That's for that other event that's going to be getting going this afternoon.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
All right, let me see if I can get another view of what we're looking at here. Guys, Ohio is fine today. You guys have a marginal risk for wind, for 60-mile-an-hour winds, if that, today. You guys are fine in Ohio, I promise. I've seen a lot of Ohio questions. If you guys are interested in risk zones as well, the risk zone is up on the top left of the screen up there. The dark green shaded areas and the light yellow are the risk zones for today. The light green is general thunderstorms. So you guys are good. If I'm not talking about the state, you're good, I promise. I'm not going to leave anybody hanging. Wisconsin is the main area right now. We'll talk about what Michigan's going to have here in just a few minutes once these storms cross over the lake, because it's going to take some time to get them over the lake. All right. So I got observed tornado warning for about 13 more minutes left on this. A lot of these other tornado warnings are going to be expiring here soon, too. I wouldn't be shocked to see most of these warnings expire. There's just not a lot of rotation other than the 2 cells. They're separate here. This line of storms' rotation is weakening pretty significantly as well. West Bend is under a tornado watch. If you're talking about a warning, this should stay to the northwest of you guys. Yeah, West Bend won't get in on this. You'll have that line of storms coming in after. All right, here's that new severe thunderstorm watch that came out for Colorado. I'll just show this briefly for just a second. Southern Wyoming, eastern Colorado from Denver down to Trinidad. This is for wind and hail today with a brief isolated tornado. So typical average summer day across the Rockies today. If you were in those areas, Denver, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Trinidad, and all the way up to Cheyenne, Wyoming, wind and hail today. Primary threats with that watch out to 11 p.m. Central Time. So we'll be watching that for you guys here over the next little bit as well. Yep, so that'll be Colorado Springs. The good news too is the National Weather Service is dropping the tornado watch as these storms are moving through. So as you guys see these storms moving through in Wisconsin, they'll be lowering. The threat will be going away. We're really almost done. I mean, we're getting pretty close here to the lake here. So. All right. And we got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning now for Beaver Dam, Mayville. You guys are now in that. This is going to be for Fond du Lac County, Green Lake County, Columbia County, and Dodge County. 60-mile-per-hour winds in front of that line that's going to be coming through next. Still got a little bit of rotation up near Fond du Lac. Then that observed tornado down here in Iron Ridge. I don't think it's observed anymore, personally. We'll see what they do on the next update here. Got 10 minutes on all these tornado warnings, so we'll probably lose a lot of these warnings in the next few minutes. Looks to be this line of storms will be headed towards Fond du Lac. We'll have Sheboygan. Green Bay, I think you guys are going to be mostly okay. There's a shot that this severe thunderstorm warning up here to the west of Appleton gets to you guys, but the worst of this hopefully will stay south. We'll see. That's what it looks like as of right now. We'll see. Could turn northeast, though, so. Not too sure yet on Green Bay, but you are in that slight risk, so a tornado threat is definitely there. It's not zero. These storms will be moving up into UP, Michigan, too. So. Chicago, you're just about done. Your storms are coming through. Your storms have already come through. So, Chicago, you'll be in the clear. It'll be sunny and nice here in the next 30 minutes or so. Yeah, I just saw Rochelle just confirm that too. So we just had a 7.2 earthquake in Alaska. That's the highest earthquake I've seen in Alaska in quite some time. So I'm going to take a look at that behind the scenes here and see if we've got any alerts on that. So give me just a moment, guys. Babe, it was revised to 5.4 just now on their, yeah, it was initially 7.2, revised to 5.4. So it's a little bit lower, still pretty significant though. I don't see any tsunami warnings as of right now. So that's also good. I have alerts set on for that on my phone, so I should get those too. Yeah, Steph, you should be good. Just be mindful. Stephanie, are you in Alaska? That's crazy. You might be my first Alaska watcher. What a unique world. I got somebody watching from Alaska. I feel honored. I got somebody from Germany in here? Dang, that's crazy. I want to know how you guys find my page. I appreciate it for y'all hopping in here. I know I have a lot of viewers that watch the streams that aren't even seeing severe weather today, that just watch the streams to watch, and I appreciate it. But that's crazy. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on USGS either for... Okay, no, they do have a tsunami warning. There is one. Yeah, there is one. I had to click into it. That's my bad. So, yeah, let me zoom in here. Hold on. It is for... Yeah, it's for all the islands. So, you've got... It's the Kodiak Islands, Southwest. Yeah, it's all the islands. Guys, this is up in Alaska. They just had a 7.2 in a that was more, it was revised to a 5.4 on USGS, but NOAA's still showing as a 7.2. So when we get that official number in, I'll tell you guys. But as of right now, it's between either a 7.2 or a 5.4. Yeah, it's in Alaska. Just happened in Alaska. Yeah, the warning is for the islands here. So I can... Hold on a second. I'll screen share here so you guys can see for just a second. This is what we're looking at. Yeah, they had a 7.2, so I guess it was 7.2. The USGS said it was revised to 5.4, so 22 miles. That's not that deep either, actually. That's actually significant. So, tsunami warnings, guys. If you're in Alaska, if I've got anybody in Alaska and you're on the islands here and you know where you're at here on a map, because I'm not too familiar with this, but these are tsunami warnings that are in place, so we'll have to watch this. I'll get updates out on that for you guys as this continues here, but we'll be watching this.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
Yeah, NOAA still has it posted as it's there. Yeah, they issued it at 3:37 Central Time. So this was issued 19 minutes ago. Yeah, sorry about that, babe. It wouldn't show it to me on the site that I had. It was weird. All right, so we are down to 2 tornado warnings, which is good. And both of these expire in approximately 2 minutes. So maybe we can get rid of the tornado warnings. We'll see. Yeah, 7.2 is definitely up there with that. So, yeah. Hold on one second, y'all. I've got to send this information to somebody real quick. Trying to do a million things at once here. Yeah, we were talking about the earthquake, guys. We were talking about it. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to have any United States impacts as of right now. Yeah, we shouldn't see any. This is up near... So the earthquake was well up, like, on the islands, guys. We're talking, like, good 100+ miles, a good hundreds of miles away from the United States. So as of right now, yeah, nothing United States impact wise. Well, this is way far away. If you got anybody that's in Alaska on the islands there, this is going to impact you guys, but what a day of weather today, that's for sure. All right, tornado warnings have expired. So we no longer have any more tornado warnings unless they redo something here in Fond du Lac in a sec, but they haven't yet. Yeah, the weather is weathering. That is true. It is definitely weathering. Yeah, Brian, so that is just, they're just doing a training mission. I saw that pop on Tidbits a few minutes ago, too. They'll be going out in it tomorrow. They canceled their missions for today. They did it this morning. Do I think Green Lake's gonna get a flash, or Lake County's gonna get a Green Lake County getting a flash flood warning? I mean, it could. I can't, like, if you're getting high rainfall rates, you can actually report that too, for high water. But yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. There is flash flood warnings out right now. We've got them over here in this is just to the west of, yeah, this is for Wild Rose area down towards Interstate 39 towards Harrisville. Yeah, guys, we're tornado warn free. No more tornado warnings. So we are just looking at severe thunderstorm warnings right now, which is good news as these storms approach the lake here. Not saying we can't get another tornado warning because it is possible, but we're almost done, guys, in Wisconsin. We are almost done. This is making its push. Yeah, so like I said, the tsunami warning that's in place for the islands in Alaska here on the south side of Alaska, in the Pacific. No observed tsunami currently right now, but we're just kind of watching it. So the second something's noticed, I'll let you guys know. Oh, I appreciate you, Oddball Arts. I appreciate it. Good to see you as well. I appreciate the support. You guys have been, guys, I just want to say something really quickly. I've got all you guys in here. The amount of support you guys have been given just this week and last week, I mean, it's been amazing. We are growing as a platform here on both sides, YouTube and TikTok. I just really appreciate the love and the support you guys give. I try my best and the team tries their best to give you guys the best weather coverage possible. There's always a lot going on in the weather world. You guys know that. So we're only a couple amount of people, but we try our best to give you guys the most accurate information as well as up-to-date information as we possibly can. So I appreciate the love and support you guys give. It means a lot. You guys are awesome. Tomorrow we will be in full force watching the tropics down in the southeast. So if I've got anybody in Louisiana, Mississippi, we will be watching you guys mostly all day tomorrow in stream talking about the tropics. Yeah, I got a lot of you guys watching for the first time. I appreciate it. I do. We do a lot of weather discussions. We go live every single day. Even when there's not weather coverage going on, we're on here talking about something. On days where there's not weather coverage, I'll probably start hopefully we can get something in this weekend. I'd love to do. I play Outbreak. If you guys don't know, it's a storm chasing simulator game. It's a lot of fun. We'll be doing some of that potentially this weekend. Just try to do some different things when we don't have weather coverage because most times not. It's always crazy on here. Kid you not. But we are watching the Tropics on top of this right now because we have now an invest that is now in the Gulf. It is in the Gulf officially. So we have a 36-hour window for our next named storm, Dexter, to potentially form. Is it going to happen? I don't know. Hopefully not. But I do know we're going to get a lot of rain in Louisiana. So if you're in Mississippi, Louisiana, it's going to be a washout for the rest of the week for you guys. Sorry, guys. Let's text a teammate back real quick. All right. That's exciting, Joshua. I hope that goes well for you, but I hope you enjoy it. It's like freaking awesome. What's up, Canadian Storm Chasing? Good to see you as well. Good to see you guys. All right, so once again, Chicago, you are out of the clear here, or out of the thick of it, I guess is the word we'll use. You guys will be seeing pretty much nothing after this. That line of storms is pushing out. Severe weather threat will go away. A couple severe thunderstorm warnings. Got one actually headed towards St. Louis here. Go figure. For damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour. Got a little alpha boundary here and that marginal risk. So other than that, guys, I want to say this now while we have no tornado warnings. If you're in this big old green risk zone here for much of the Ohio Valley, this is what we call a marginal risk for isolated severe weather, meaning there will probably be thunderstorms out there, but every time you get a thunderstorm, it doesn't mean it's severe. Always check your radar, always check your phone for warnings to make sure. But we'll see a wind threat out there for today. Most of the risk zone will be, we'll see the severe weather threat really start to ramp down here as we go through the rest of the day. As these storms do work east, northeast, and cross into Michigan, they'll be on the damaging wind side of things. We shouldn't see the amount of tornado warnings that we have seen previously. There's still a couple more warnings we could see as these storms move up towards Green Bay. Appleton here is what we're watching for. But the tornado threat will be ramping down very quickly, very, very quickly over the next hour or two here as we get closer to around 5 o'clock, 6 p.m. Central Time. I can't believe it's actually almost 4 o'clock because that's crazy. The time is literally going by today like crazy. So hopefully that is the case. Okay. Yeah, the 5% risk zone actually verified today. I think this is the first 5% tornado risk this year I've seen actually verify in Wisconsin. I wouldn't have actually been shocked to see them go 10% with it today, but NATOcast was showing a 10% today, which was interesting. Green Bay, we're watching your storms right now. Only got one severe thunderstorm warning. Oh. We have such a weird weather pattern next week. It's weird. God, y'all are gonna get so sick of seeing me over the next couple of weeks. Y'all are just gonna get tired of it. Yeah, like I said, guys, we had a major earthquake in Alaska not too long ago here. 7.2 magnitude earthquake on the southern islands. Nowhere near the United States. It's a good 500 to 600 miles away from the United States. But tsunami warnings are in place. I'm waiting on updates on those. We did just see that Alaska is going to be having a teleconference here soon about it, so they'll be giving updates out, I'm assuming. I hope I inspire some people out there that want to be in the weather field for sure. Like I said, I'm not a degree meteorologist yet, but I do try my best to give y'all the best we can do so. I appreciate you guys. I do. All right. Let me check on another thingy-majigger here. I just said thingy-majigger to you guys. How many people in chat do I have that live in like how many people in chat do I have that live in like the southeast, like Louisiana, southern Mississippi, Alabama, Florida area? I'm curious. I have a really interesting weather conversation for you guys in just a little bit. Like you guys are gonna be mind shocked about the pattern next week. It's wild to me. I haven't seen something like this set up in a little bit. Okay, good. So I got a lot of you guys in here. Bet. I love that. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the tropics here in just a minute. We're gonna talk about this pattern next week because you guys are gonna get a lot of rain over the next course of the next probably week and a half to 2 weeks. And you might get a couple attempts at a tropical system, not just this week, maybe next week. The European model and the GFS are just doing some really wonky stuff, like some cray-cray. But there's an explanation for it, and we'll talk about it here in just a minute. Can I write you a doctor's note when there's tornadoes so I can chase them safely? I mean, I I don't know how I could do that one, but I mean, sure. Yeah, let's just say the southeast is finally going to get their rain over the span of the next 2 weeks. I definitely think a couple attempts at some tropical systems for sure. It may not be any hurricanes or clearly anything like that, but definitely a couple attempts at just a lot of tropical moisture. And that tropical moisture is going to get thrown up all the way into the upper plains in the Midwest, and it's going to make the humidity values over the next 2 weeks go insane. So, love that. All right, we've got flash flood warnings here for Appleton down to Oshkosh. We've got severe thunderstorm warnings here with Torpos labels from Beaver Dam down to Watertown. We are almost out of here, guys. Almost out of here. Looks like a lot of this tornado potential is moving way further to the north now. I will let you guys know, for anybody that is subbed on YouTube, I do have hopefully some really exciting new graphics coming for like the YouTube thumbnails and stuff like that. I'm gonna be having a meeting with somebody tonight that's gonna help me kind of make things look a little bit more poppy on the streams. So that'll be super exciting. It might take me some time to adjust because I don't have a degree in graphic design or anything. I just kind of throw stuff together and try to make it look interesting. So I'm excited about that. That'll be fun. Sadly, you have to make content that's gonna grab people's attention. I don't know how a labeled YouTube video or a TikTok video that says tornado outbreak or hurricane coming or something like that doesn't grab people's attention, but it doesn't anymore. What do you mean, Austin? What do you mean 10 minutes? Is something happening? I'm confused. I'm confuzzled. I must have missed. Did I miss something? I'm confused. What's up, Manders? Oh, once again, guys, I meant to mention this yesterday in stream. If there's anybody out there that is interested in learning about meteorology, just the basics, radar, all that stuff, message me. I am offering one-on-one like calls or teaching sessions, whatever you want to call it, for people that are interested in learning about weather. If you were interested in that, send me a message. I have some free time over the next couple of days. I'll be able to do that for anybody that is interested. Also, if there's anybody that wants to join the team, feel free to message me or Spider there in the chat as well. The application to join the team is on my website. Link is in bio, mesomatwx.com. You guys can fill that out as well. We are still looking for people that want to join the team, so feel free to if you are interested. Message Roro. Love to have a couple more people on, especially as we get into hurricane season here. Hopefully get into hurricane season. Any warning for Wisconsin? We have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. That is it. The tornado warnings have pretty much dissipated. I'm not seeing a lot of rotation with these storms anymore either, so that might also be the reason why things are trying to potentially calm down. Still got a little bit of rotation here on this storm just southeast and northwest of West Bend. But other than that, yeah. Oh, you'll be on the coast. Oh, that's crazy, Austin. Hell yeah. I was confused. I was like, wait, what? I was confuzzled. Oh. I appreciate it, Justin. I appreciate it. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, guys, so this was posted 2 minutes ago. It looks to be that with the earthquake that happened in Alaska a few minutes ago, they are saying if there is going to be a tsunami coming, it's going to be in the next 9 minutes. So that's what Austin was talking about in chat. Okay, so they did hold on. Yeah, so there was a wave confirmed. So there is officially a tsunami on the way to Alaska. So it's 9 minutes until it's supposed to hit Sandy Point, Alaska. Yep, it's on the website too. So it's one of the islands there on the coast. Let me get this pulled back up. Nine minutes. They have 9 minutes, 8 minutes now. All right, I'm double checking here on a couple more things for you guys. Yeah, there's a wall of water from an earthquake. We got a tsunami headed towards Sandpoint, Alaska right now. If you guys don't know where that is over here. So the tsunami happened, or not the tsunami, but the earthquake happened over here along the outside of the islands. And so they have tsunami warnings that are basically in effect for the whole chain of the islands here. And so they did confirm that there is a tsunami that is headed towards Sandpoint, somewhere in the middle here, that'll be hitting the island in the next 7 to 8 minutes. So there's not like a video or anything we can watch of it happening. Clearly, there's no cameras for that stuff, but that's straight from the Alaska Tsunami Center. It's Sandy Point or Sandpoint. Yeah, it's Sandpoint. So this is the island right here that's got the tsunami coming towards it. It's Sandpoint. Yeah, this is way far away from the United States. So, guys, once again, the earthquake happened about 50 miles off the shore here. So the water's going this direction. It's not going to travel this direction. It's going north. So this will be headed towards, once again, Sandpoint. So I don't know how many people live here, but I don't know really what you do in this type of a situation, but it's a little bit different. What's up, Maya? Good to see you. Yeah, they did confirm it. Yeah. I'm trying to just find some more information on it here, guys. Just bear with me. Oh. Yeah, Maya. It's going towards Sandpoint. It's an island in Alaska. I'm just kind of waiting for the updates to come in on it on X here. Yeah, it's crazy that no one else is talking about it. I mean, it's all over the news right now. Yeah, so we've got about 4 or 5 minutes until this thing's supposed to be there in Alaska. It's for Sandpoint, Cold Bay, and Kodak. Or Kodiak, I guess is how you pronounce it in Alaska. Yep, so this is the warning that everybody was sent that's in Alaska. It says this was posted, about 4 minutes ago, but it says a tsunami has been confirmed and some impacts are expected. They revised the magnitude, but this is going to be for the Sandpoint area. So they did confirm a wall of water is headed towards the islands there. Okay. So while we wait on that information, like I said, Wisconsin, your severe weather threat is going to be ramping down here over the next little bit. We're watching for now. These 2 severe thunderstorm warnings will continue east. Looks to be Green Bay up towards Appleton should mostly be okay. This is going to be heavy rain for you guys. Don't really see too much of a tornado risk with this here. You guys should be okay, I think. There's not really a way to cover it, Casey, other than just talking about it here. We'll be on for a little bit longer. Real pictures and stuff aren't going to come in until after it happens. It just sucks. It just sucks for the people up there because it's like you're sitting on an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and you get a 7.3 earthquake, and then on top of that, you get a wall of water coming at you, and the island is detached from the main island of Alaska, so it's the little islands that are on the south side of it. You don't have a way to go. You got 10 minutes to leave. There's not really higher ground to seek on those islands that are over there. They're very low level. They're low topography wise. So I don't know how many people live on that island. I'm actually going to look it up here. I'm curious. Sent you times. Okay, thank you, Austin. I appreciate it. Yeah, so Sandpoint, Alaska has population 578 people. That's still a lot of people. Yeah, 12-mile depth is very, very deep, actually. Yeah, that's very, very deep. That's not good. Yeah, so there's not really a lot of topography. There's some mountains that they've got to potentially go to move to, but you got a 10-minute period to get somewhere. Yep, so Sandpoint has 578 people. At least that's the last updated population. Then we've got the other areas here. Let's look at Cold Bay. Cold Bay has 50, give or take a few, for people that are vacationing or on just there hanging out. And then we've got Kodiak. Yeah, Kodiak has 5,000 people. So those are the three areas that are getting hit. So you're talking about 6,000 people that are getting ready to get hit with a wall of water, potentially. It's not good. There's probably a lot of animals too. Yeah. Yeah, the watch is dropping as these storms are moving through. Absolutely. I just hope these people can get somewhere safe. All right, y'all. If you guys are coming in, welcome into the stream. Cincinnati, you guys are going to be fine. General thunderstorms, maybe a wind, a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust if you get a severe thunderstorm warning, but you guys are mostly going to be okay. Excuse me, we got a line of storms moving through. Most of this is not warned because it's not producing severe weather criteria. I think most of our severe weather threats going to be starting to ramp down for the day. We've got... Yeah, these storms aren't even really producing severe criteria anymore. So we're going to talk about the tropics here in just a second to kind of run through the rest of the afternoon. I'll give you guys kind of a timeline here just briefly on what's going to happen for the rest of today. Here's the latest triple HR model run. We'll see those storms move across the lake here. You can see pretty significant weakening. We may get a couple cells through northern Indiana here, maybe southern Michigan. I just don't see much of an issue with, anything too crazy. This is going to be between 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 o'clock. But most, I think, of worst today is pretty much done and over with. So we'll see some general thunderstorms, some low and severe weather across the Ohio Valley today. Can't rule that out. You guys know that, especially back into West Virginia. Virginia have to watch for some flash flooding again back up here into like Washington, D.C., Baltimore. So be mindful of those water levels, those creeks and streams. You guys know the drill on that. And then we are going to see the plains get going tonight. Most of this is going to be in form of heavy rain. We typically get some heavier rain. So if you're in Kansas City, Topeka, Manhattan, St. Joseph, be mindful wind and hail in that marginal risk tonight. But the flooding threat might be overdue what your risk zone is saying there. So just something to be mindful of. But I just don't see the need for really a worry other than just be weather aware. Just be weather aware. It's the biggest thing to tell you guys. We have marine warnings stacked across the whole entire lake here. So that's for as these storms go off the coast here. We've got one severe thunderstorm warning left in Wisconsin, one in Indiana, and then that's really it. So we've been on here, for almost 3 hours. So I do want to talk about a couple things. So we still got our orange blob down here. I'm going to go talk about the tropics here for just a moment with you guys before we kind of get things going here. We did get a new mesoscale discussion for a severe thunderstorm watch possible for southern Michigan and northern Indiana for the damaging wind threat. So as I told you guys, if you're in southern Michigan and northern Indiana, you'll probably get a watch, which means conditions are favorable for damaging winds, for hail. Nothing super crazy here. This is that new mesoscale that just came out for you guys. But other than that, like I said, I think the tornado risk is going to be pretty low. Let me talk to you guys about the tropics. So this is what everybody's talking about down here in the Gulf. We just now saw our low pressure emerge off the coast here of Florida. Now that low is back over the water, we have a good amount of time here. I would say about a day and a half to potentially get tropical storm depression or a tropical depression to develop or tropical storm Dexter to form. Like I said, it's not going to matter at this point if this becomes a named storm or not. If this is a depression, if this is a storm, the same impacts are going to be coming from this. It's just going to be watching where the low goes, where the heaviest rainfall sets up. At southern Louisiana is going to be the heaviest of where the rainfall falls. We could see rainfall totals in southern Louisiana pushing 10 inches of rain before the week is over with. So that's pretty decent. Like I said, can't rule out development. National Hurricane Center does have a 40% chance of this system becoming a tropical system, or a tropical storm, I should say. So we'll be watching it right now. If we look at our latest models here, you can see the low just emerged off the coast here. So basically what's going to happen is this low is going to meander to New Orleans. So we'll quote unquote get a secondary landfall probably in New Orleans on Friday morning. It'll be Thursday night, Friday morning. So we'll be covering this event tomorrow for you guys that are down in the southeast for sure. Might even have a little tornado threat. If you look at the intensity guidance, it has shot down pretty significantly. A lot of these models don't even have this becoming a tropical storm. They would keep this at maybe a depression, if that. So we'll see what the National Hurricane Center does tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a big day for updates as they fly in there, get the soundings, all of that stuff. You guys know the drill when it comes to hurricane season. This is another analog of the models here, the GEPS. Kind of gives us an idea of where the main track is going to be with all the other spaghetti models. So we'll be watching very closely. Now, this is what's going to get interesting, is what's going to happen with the rainfall totals. And I want to talk about this because it needs to be talked about here. You guys can see this is what we call precipitable water. I don't show this a lot on stream. This is something I look at behind the scenes when I kind of make my forecast and talk. These higher colors are just higher water concentration levels. So we're talking these PWAT values of like 2 to 3 inches of rain would be, what would it would be potentially per hour almost, is something we're watching. But I want you guys to see something. We're going to have a lot of moisture ongoing across the United States going into next week here, but this piece of energy, what we call Invest 93L, is basically going to be kind of swirling down here in the Gulf. And what's going to happen next week is we're going to have another cold front that's going to push this Invest, once it comes inland next week, back out to sea again. And a lot of times this time of the year, when you get a lot of cold fronts moving through, or just a lot of, lows popping up, or just a lot of convection ongoing, you're going to get the chance for a tropical system to develop. So watch this area of moisture as we go towards the end of the week here. It's going to move in. You get a lot of rain coming into Louisiana. This is where I'm really concerned about these higher rainfall totals. When you get PWAT values of 2.5 or higher, you're going to get extreme rainfall to fall in these areas here. Hold on one second. Okay. I'll look at that here in just a second. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting on confirmation, guys, of the tsunami if once it hits. So, I'm getting, let me see here. Okay, so yeah, we're seeing reports. We're seeing reports of high waves being observed. Austin, I appreciate you, bud, for helping me out with that. Thank you, thank you. Okay, yeah. So once I get some more information on that, I'll let you guys know here in just a second. But I want you guys to pay attention here in Louisiana. So we've got PWAT values of 2.5 inches or greater. These are about the same average numbers of rainfall rates that we saw back in Texas. I'm not saying we're going to get the same event that we saw in Texas, but when you've got numbers this high, the flooding threat's going to be there. And so regardless of what those numbers are, that'll move inland on Friday and Saturday. And we just got a lot of moisture ongoing. But I want you guys to see this bulk of moisture is going to get pushed out again by a potential cold front at the end of the weekend going into next week. And it's going to basically pull this low back out again into the southeast. And what that's going to do is it's going to potentially go again at developing, or have another chance at development. I'm not joking when I say that. We could watch this Invest move back out over the waters again, kind of do like a loop-de-loop, go back out off the coast of the Carolinas again, and go back in the same position it was in at this time, and potentially try and develop again. I think that sounds crazy. Weather does wild things. There's always a reasoning for this. There's a cold front that comes through. It's going to push the low off. You're going to get this thing back in the waters again. Maybe some tropical development happens again. This is still a little far out to kind of be spot on with, but you can see once again, look at that moisture coming back again for Louisiana, maybe even potentially getting into Texas, the southeast here. So what I'm getting at is it's going to be a very soggy and rainy next 7 to 10 days if you were in the southeast. Okay. Like I said, there's no weather manipulation. There's no cloud seeding. There's none of that bull crap going on here. For any of y'all that believe in that, you can find another live stream that talks about that. But there's none of that crap going on here. This is legitimate weather that happens on a daily basis, especially during the summertime. But like I said, just something I'll speak on because I'm very full advocate of that. But like I said, just something we're going to watch going into next week here. Like I said, the flooding threat will definitely be there. Just lots and lots of moisture. You can see maybe even a tropical system potentially coming down here. This is way, way, way far out in time. We're talking 15 days out, but maybe some type of tropical system getting going down here in Texas. That's 15 days out. We'll watch it. We'll see what happens. Like I said, just something to be note of. The first time we talk about something crazy in the weather world happening, somebody has to go with the crazy weather manipulation crap, and I can't stand that. Jesus Christ, for the love of all that's holy, guys, come on. Come on. Anyways, like I said, we'll be, like I said, watching the flooding threat. We'll be covering this tomorrow, but the biggest thing that I also want to talk about, it's not just going to be down in the southeast. We're going to have lots of moisture that's going to be pulled into the Midwest and the Ohio Valley going into next week as well, which is going to help fuel the severe weather setup into next week. So, like I said, just a lot of weather going on here. We take a look at our jet stream as well for next week. Let me pull this back. Shortwave trough here helping severe weather for today. We go into the weekend here. Zonal flow, zonal flow, zonal flow through Sunday, Monday. This is where things start to change as we go into next week, early next week here. Next Saturday or next Sunday going into Monday, we'll start to see that troughing setup. We're going to have a ridge that's going to be setting down here into the plains and down here into the southeast, which is what's going to still keep thunderstorms around. We're going to still have that high sitting there. But what it's going to do is it's going to help this trough potentially up to the north here get severe weather going again. We'll see severe weather in the same category Cincinnati corner going into next week. Very, very much possible. And then really going into the later half of the month here, as we go towards that 3rd and 4th week of July, we'll start to see northwesterly flow set up and potentially our big heat wave at the end of the month setting up with zonal flow on top of that. So I don't see like a hurricane or any of that being a problem over the next couple of weeks. Really, in all honesty, just looking at our MJO as well, our MJO is very, very inactive right now, and that's typically what helps get tropical systems going, those tropical waves that come off the coast of Africa. I'm really honestly seeing a big downtrend personally in hurricane season this year. I've seen a lot of other Mets talk about it as well that I follow, that were also saying as well that we're seeing a big downtrend in this year's season. Not saying that we're not going to get any landfalling storms. Peak hurricane season doesn't officially happen until the October, September time period. But just something to kind of take note of. We may see a little bit of a trend down with this year's season because they were originally calling for a above average season. Therefore, now we're looking at potentially maybe a neutral or below average season. So something to make note of. But if we were to get into a pattern like this as we go into the month of August, northwesterly flow, these promote big wind events, these derecho-like setups. So something to make note of as well as we get toward the end of the month. But we'll keep you guys updated on that. I do want to talk just briefly on these rainfall totals down here in the southeast for you guys, because you guys do need to know what's coming your way. We'll look at the GFS, the Euro, and some short range models here briefly. Let me get the total QPF here. Here we go. This is what the GFS is thinking through the week here. So, like I said, these numbers will probably change as this low bobbles around, so these totals are not set in stone. Where do we see those higher concentrations of rainfall totals at? Here in southeastern portions of Louisiana. So that's going to be, you know, anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rain, maybe 5 to 8 in some areas. That's the GFS model run. A little bit lesser on some of those totals there. But then we get into the next week there and we see more rain come in, and, you know, you guys can see the board kind of light up here. So that would be through like the 26th. So that's a 10-day period of rainfall. We can see where most of that flooding is going to potentially be at. So something to make note of there. That's the GFS model run. We'll take a look at the Euro here as well. You guys can also see European going a little bit higher with some of those totals further down toward like southern Louisiana, getting towards New Orleans maybe down here. Just like I said, we'll have to watch these totals, especially as we get closer to this event happening both on Thursday evening and onto Friday. Jesus. Yeah, so Austin sending me pictures, guys, here. Typically what happens when you get a tsunami is the water retracts out. The water will get pulled in from the ocean. You'll see everything kind of dry up, and then you get your big wall of water, and we're seeing that happen. So this is actually insane. Actually, absolutely insane. Hold on a second. Yeah, they've just got masses of people just evacuating right now. Let me look at something here. Hold on. Hold on a second. Let me go back to radar for just a second for you guys. Let me get this pulled back up for just a minute. I'm going to try and find something here. Okay, I'm checking on the mat here, guys. Just hold on a second. Thank you, Austin, if you're still in stream, for helping me with this. I appreciate it, bud. getting a couple cameras set up here, guys, so we can see. All right, we do have a couple of cameras here on the island that he sent me that I can use. Hold on just a moment. Do. Not the connection. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me here. Almost got what I need set up here. I'll do another feature cast here in just a minute for you guys. You guys might hear Hazel in the background. hold on. I'm waiting on to find a camera, guys. Hold on a minute. Bear with me. Bear with me. Trying to get y'all some information on this here in Alaska. Like I said, there's not too much severe weather going on right now in the U.S. other than that one warning that's down in South Bend. Okie dokie. New watch.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued. A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
Okay. It's just hard to find the cameras for this, guys. So bear with me here. All right, we'll get more information, you guys, as we get that in here. Yeah, here is. Hold on, let me go back.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued. A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
That's a big old watch. That's a big old watch. Yeah, guys, this is the camera on Raspberry Island. I'll show you guys this. This is before the water started receding, because you guys know when a tsunami comes in, the water recedes. This is before the water started receding, and then this is now. You can definitely see a difference. Before, after. So big difference here with that water coming in. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of water coming in. That was in a 10-minute period. So before the water starts receding, and then like I said, after. This is Raspberry Island in Alaska. So. Trying to find the webcam, the actual webcam for it. Oh, we do have it now. Bet. It is up. Yeah, so this is the live camera. Here it is. So we can watch it. Oh, it's all over. People are covering it on social media. It's all over social media. Yeah, guys, there's no hurricane in Louisiana. It's not a tropical storm or tropical depression. So, yeah, there's not gonna be a hurricane that hits Louisiana. Won't get to that point. Says my area is 100% thunderstorms. Might be because you are about to get storms here soon. I don't know on that one. Weather apps are wonky. This is a pretty place to live, though. I wonder if this live stream goes back to where we can see the water before. Oh, you can. So this live stream goes back. So this is what it looked like 7 hours ago. This is what it looked like before. So that water was all the way up here, and then this is as the earthquake happened. Watch it here. Hold on, you got all these people coming out here too. There's not gonna be any sound to this. Yeah. All the people coming out of the boat, and then you'll start to see the water recede here. Look at that. So in the last couple of hours. And then we're at it now. This is what it's at. This is live right now. Look at that. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the water to... That's going to be the thing, is watching the water return. I feel like it's still getting pulled out, too. I don't know how long this takes to get here either, too, so that's the biggest thing as well. I mean, like I said, the water, guys, was... You can see where the water line was at. The water was all the way up to here. That's where the water was up to. And within the last 5 hours, it's receded significantly. Oh, Alaska's gorgeous. Not when this stuff happens, though. Shreveport, Louisiana, about 1 to 3 inches of rain. Not too bad. The camera's on Raspberry Island. It's near Kodiak. Yeah, they did. I saw they did lower this back down to an advisory. Yeah, I saw they updated. It's no longer a warning. It's an advisory. Austin was telling me that too. So the water's gonna have to return though. Excuse me. What are we looking at? We are looking at a camera on the coast of Alaska here. Yeah, Michigan's not going to see too much. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Damaging winds, if anything, for you guys. Yeah, we're looking at the camera, one of the cameras here in Alaska. There's not a lot of cameras to get to, so I had to find one. This isn't the guys. This isn't weather. I would say this is geography or geology happening. This is earthquakes at its finest. Can't do nothing about that one. Sorry. But yeah, it's been wild for sure. I feel like it's still getting pulled out. It's so hard to tell because it's not like you see in movies where it just happens so sci-fi quickly. Like it does take some time, but yeah, tides are low too. That's another thing. They are low. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this if it changes. Yeah, that is very true. Alrighty. We're gonna probably wrap stream up here soon too, guys, because I've got a meeting here in about an hour that I've got to attend. Mostly looking at severe weather here. We've got one warning, maybe two here. South Bend is where that warning is at. 60-mile-per-hour winds as this line of storms approaches you guys. Could get into most of Indiana here. Most of this is going to be general thunderstorms with a little bit of wind, some rain, maybe some small hail. Michigan, you'll get this a little chance of seeing severe weather. It's just going to be very, very slim for you guys. Most of these storms are non-severe. They're moving up into UP, Michigan. So I really think everybody's going to be mostly okay for the rest of the night. I think it's 6 feet is the tide range there. Is what I was seeing. I'm not too sure. I don't cover Alaska a lot, guys, so I'll have to do some deep digging information. We'll have some updates. I'm going to do another stream more than likely tonight around 9 p.m. Central Time. We can look at some new information coming in from our tropical system as well as just in general talking weather. But yeah, not super familiar. 55-mile-an-hour winds can blow a trampoline over. Yeah, it can. I would say so. Depends on how the size of it too, though. So, make sure you guys have followed if you guys have not followed yet. I'm going to be getting off stream here probably in the next just few minutes. We'll have another update tonight. We've been on here for about 3 hours. That's fun, Sierra. Oh, we're 200 followers, guys, away from 97K. We're closing in on that 100K mark. Y'all are making it happen. Follow if you guys have not followed yet. I do appreciate it very, very much. Also, do sub to me on YouTube as well. We're also live on YouTube. You guys can always hop in the YouTube streams. There's not really a lot of people that chat in there. I can see your questions and answers or comments a lot better on YouTube as always. So, and the quality looks a little bit better on there. Oh. So, What's up, Mark? Good to see you, bud. All right. See if I've got anything else here for you guys before we get off here. No, Court, I'm going to be getting off. You guys are going to be okay. 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's a bare minimum severe thunderstorm warning. No tornado warnings. We've got, right now in the whole entire United States, 8 severe thunderstorm warnings, and that's about it. Got 1 in Indiana. Everywhere else is pretty chill. So, we got through the worst of it today, I think. Has anybody got any more questions for me here? I'll give y'all about another minute or two before I wrap things up. Blinding rain for 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, Mark. Is Missouri okay? Yeah, you guys will be fine in Missouri. You'll see some thunderstorms later on tonight. Guys, I go live. I'm live on YouTube right now. I do YouTube stream is the same time that we go live on TikTok. I just go live on both platforms at the same time. So if you guys ever see me live on TikTok, we're also live on YouTube. Same time. It looks a little bit better over there too, just because it's YouTube, so. Yeah, so the tsunami warning that was in Alaska there for the Sandpoint area down towards Kodiak, it's been dropped down to an advisory from what I saw of. Still watching. They've also got low tide right now too, so that also might be what we're seeing as well on those cameras we were looking at a minute ago. But that was a 7.2 magnitude earthquake, so a very strong earthquake. So we'll know those impacts over the next couple of hours as we get more information in from that. Yeah, so they dropped that warning down to an advisory. So babe, if you want to repost that, you can. It's up to you. Anchorage should be okay. Yeah, it's gonna be the southern South Alaska and Alaska Peninsula that are in that advisory. I appreciate it, babe. So, like I said, guys, I will have a full new weather update for you guys around 9:30 Central Time tonight. We'll get on here and talk again for a little bit. I'm going to get off, probably eat some more food again. I'm hungry because I've been on here for a couple hours with you guys. And then we will talk Tropics tonight, talk our weather pattern for the next week or so. Like I said, really just going to be watching the rainfall in the tropics in Louisiana down in the next couple of days here. We shouldn't see a lot of significant severe weather probably until middle of next week, so we might be able to get some gaming streams in, I'm hoping. Do something a little bit different. It's just been grind on weather events every single day going forward, so that's typical, though. But I do want to say a big shout out to my weather team. I appreciate you guys. Mods, guys, thank you. Care team, safety team, radar team, thank you guys. Roro, thank you. Leads, thank you. For all of y'all that gifted, followed, tapped, shared, did all the things on streams. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of the new love, all the new members. Make sure y'all go check out that Mesomat merch. The link is in my bio, mesomatwx.com. You guys can check out merch. You guys can support as always. Thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate it, Sky. But yeah, we'll be back on here again, hopefully in a couple hours. I'm going to hopefully take a break, not lose my voice, and we'll go at it again. Other than that, guys, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and we'll see you guys back in here again in a little bit.